Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great milestone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Kwadash. Now, this is something I just type in here, the stages of money, and just going to read through a little of it, and you're going to get one or two scriptures, and Lord willing, the nation of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today, shall be edified. Alright, because we see any time that we're living in, and the steps of money that we have been seeing coming in play, for quite some time now, over the years, right? So it says here, AI overview, money has evolved through different stages, from basic forms to more complex systems. These stages include commodity money, metal money, paper money, credit money, and now plastic and digital money, right? We reach the digital stage right now. It's just for them to implement it, for the whole world to basically accept it. Alright, this is the direction this world is going. Alright, the paper money, we seeing that basically already dead. So even if you have money right now, it's not money as before. It's not really backed by anything. All right. The credit money, it have these different things that they have there. They have the checks and all these things. You have the plastic money, will come in any form of your credit card, with a chip on it now, so everything that's basically going down that direction. The real money before was gold, silver, and these things, right? Now it says here's a more detailed breakdown. Come the money, this is earliest from the money Salakia this is the earliest form of money where objects like grains, livestock, or precious metals were used directly as a medium of exchange, right? So, in the days of old, they had a different way of doing things. It had the shepherds and them out there, the ones who own, flock of sheeps, goat, animals, all kind of thing. They own the ox and all these things, and they had fields. They had, long time, in the days of old, we had more fields and whatnot, and livestock. You want to buy something, you give 2 or 3 of your animals to someone and you get something back in return. That is how they used to do things from before. All right, and after the time passed, things started to upgrade. These heathens took over, the Roman Empire and whatnot. We know about the coin that they had. They started off with gold, and then they started to mix the gold after with different type of metals, which was low in value. So the coins used to be less. It didn't have the value as the pure gold coin or the pure silver coin. They had less value because you will mix it with metal that not really worth anything, right? So let's continue here. It says metal money, the use of metal like gold and silver, which were valued for their in listen, intrinsic worth and scat scat Slovakia and scarcity led to the development of coins and other forms of metallic money, right? So the same thing I was telling you all about, right? It says paper money. Paper money emerged as a way to replace no, what's it? To represent and facilitate transactions relying on a promise of redemption in precious metals or a government's guarantee of its value, right? And the paper money still do have anything really backing it up. Before, when they did now come out with it, they had little gold and these different things backing it up before, but it after the years go by, they don't back it up by these things anymore. They back it up by a verbal saying, the ones who rule in today, which are Esau Edom, the elites, right? They could, they printing money. They are the ones who printing money. They are the ones who distributing it and whatnot. But again, the money not really back with anything. Alright? And they basically will verbally say, well, this dollar here, which they like to push the American dollar, that have more value than everything else. That's what they like to say, but that money right now is dead, as we can see. Right now, really, the only one that really saying something is BRICS, right? That is the one that really saying something right now. That one backed by actual gold right now, right? It says here credit money. The stage introduced the concept of loans and deposits, where banks created credit based on their customers' assets and the overall economic environment, right? So you're seeing that everything's under, you saw just, as the time go by, you saw just getting more ways to basically keep you in a dead state of mind, how you believing and trusting in his system, right? Because he's the one that coming up with these things. Alright, Esau is the one that coming up with these things. I'm gonna see if I can get a script here without just showing those things only. Alright. I'm gonna go to Micah 2:1. Right? It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. Alright? This is their plans. This is the power that they have. They have the power to change times, laws, and all these things. This is what the Lord gave them in this time. Why? Because we, as the true people of the Lord, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today, we went against the Lord's statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Henceforth, The reason why we are in captivity, and ruling over us is Esau Edom. These same people who bringing up these different laws, these different money system for us to participate in order to survive out there, right? So all these things is just going to lead to what? It's going to wash on you here. And the reason I'm doing this video here is just showing you the steps it's taken where it's going to lead up to that RFID total chip. Alright. Now going to plastic and digital money. Right? It said modern forms like credit cards, debit cards, and digital currency like cryptocurrency, right? That's another one that a lot of you all taking part of and whatnot, leaving your stuff to just migrate, to just do something like that, and your money, your system build up, depending on how the economy going up or down or whatever the case may be, your money will drop or it will grow, right? So I reach. So it's saying here, have revolutionized how we transact, transact, offering convenience and speed, right? And that convenience, right? It says here the stage of being able to proceed with something without difficulty, right? This is what they want. All right, this is something that these devils want. Now let me show you this video. Just saw a sneak peek of it. All right, this is the RFID
ID chip.
This is the RFID total chip, right? You see it as small as a rice grain. It might be just slightly bigger. This is the last that they go into. All right. So they show you where. We'll go back to this here. Spirit no Baba Kasha. Alright, look at the picture here. Alright. So it start off with long time. They used to use, livestock and whatnot to trade here and there and whatnot, to get stuff, right? That's how people used to buy stuff and use those animals as and whatnot, right? Now it had the gold, it had the silver and those kind of things what came up after. It had the metal coins, where was also, it's supposed to be also gold, but then, the greed took over these devils and them, but they actually was always like that, but just saying it this way for you all to understand. The coins, it wasn't only also gold, but it was mixed. It was mixed with different metals, with weaker metals. So it didn't have that value about it anymore. So that's just showing you, things was good before, the gold was good also, right? But when it started to reach to the metal, it started to decrease, until these devils get more smart and they say, well, hey, let's cut down some trees, let's make paper, let's print money, let's print dollar bills, where it will have nothing back in it really, So you're using something, these fiat money, you're using these dollars now that not really worth anything, it is backed by these devil's mouth, All right, and jump to the plastic, right? The cards. What didn't have the chip yet, but then they eventually put the chip on it. For you to just tap instead of swiping. You don't have to type in no code. So if it is your money, if your money, they say they're trying to make it more convenient, right? As we went into the word just now, they say they're trying to make it more convenient, but yet still, it's not going to be more convenient. It's going to be more convenient to who? The ones that it get into the hands, when it get into the hands, Salakia, when it get into the hands of the robbers, or the ones who steal, or the ones who happen to find your card, you probably um, might fall out your pocket or your purse or whatever the case may be, and you misplace it or something like that, and someone else pick it up. It will be the same way if you pick up a dollar or you pick up a gold coin, right? You could be able to use it anyhow, So the card without the chip was that better flick to use, but they make it now with the chip, so it doesn't matter who using it, Someone could pick up your card and just go and use it, just tap it, not showing any kind of form of ID and whatnot. And this is just the way of these devils to make things seem easier, more convenient, but yet still they come in with a snare, they come in with a trap, they come in with some sort of way to deceive you. Alright? And these people running into everything because why? The simple basically believe everything. Right? Alright? This is Proverbs 14 and 15. It says, the simple believe it every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Alright? So the simple ones, simple Israelites out there, the ones who sucking up to Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the ones who running down to Egypt for help, they're going to trust and believe in this man's system here, right? They're going to like this system, all right? Now it had the electronic money, it's showing you here, and it have the cryptocurrency, which is like Bitcoin and all these different things. Now we're seeing DJ Trump, coming out with his own Bitcoin currency, where they are going to basically start to implement it in this.
Works just like a contactless card. What if you could pay for your shopping with just a wave of your hand? This RFID chip works just like a contactless card. It's implanted into your hand, and once it's there, you can pay for groceries, open doors, and even unlock your car. What if...
So you see the word convenience that we went into, all right? That is what these devils pushing, They will make it sound like it's so good, so safe to take, it's so well, let me go back to the word convenient. It's so convenient to you, in your lifestyle, because you won't have to touch money again, because when they came out with the C-19, that whole pandemic that they came out with, it was a problem touching stuff. They was making it a issue not to touch money. Money so bad, money so dirty, it's spreading germs and all kind of thing. All of a sudden they pretending to seek your best interests, right? And it have many time people using dollars, touching money, then licking their finger to wet their finger to count the money, and they ain't getting sick or any kind of thing like that, because the Lord gave us certain immune system where we could fight off bacteria and whatnot. This body is something that Esau can't really figure out, that how it is actually work. It's the Lord that created these bodies that we have on on us right now. All right. So let me just go to our script here real quick. The book of Psalms 55 and verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Right? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And this is how Esau thinks, you know. He will come out and he will tell you, you know, these things is the right thing to take. These things is the better thing to take. Let me go to the video here.
You could pay for your shopping.
You know, they will tell you, you know, this device here is the best thing to take. You know, it's more convenient. You know, it will help you. You could open your car. You could go into your smart homes. You know, you look how fast the man pay. You know, and look at the fella face. You know, so that's showing you, you know, the direction these devils is going. All right, and that this is what they want to do. All right, this is what they want to do. A matter of fact, I have a video here from some time back. Let me see if I can get there real quick for you all. Let me see. It is not a video, but this I'm just showing you all, you know, the direction they want to go, you know, and this is prophecy here. You know, this is something that they want to actually bring. All right. The video here.
Serfs, they're just people. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything.
Right. This is the fella goes by the name of Aaron Russo, right? And you know, he came up to, you know, he happened to become good friends with Nick Rockefeller, you know, and the Lord has put the spirit on these devils to basically let out the secrets, you know, and he told, you know, Aaron Russo a lot of things that a lot of their plans, you know, and this is the banking system that they want to do, you know. This is the direction these devils want to go with, you know. That's hence the reason why they brought out all these different evolution of money, you know. It was basically gradualism they using, all right, just to get to the RFID total chip, right, that will be embedded in your hand. Now let's go to the video and listen to what he say.
What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, it was just a lack of caring, you know, and that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold, you know. It was just like cold, you know. And I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the bankers, the elite people, you know, the bankers and some governor controlling the world. And I said, do all the people in the Council on Foreign Relations believe this way you do? He said, no. You know, most of them believe they're doing the right thing.
All right. So they believe that they're doing the correct thing. You know, they believe that what their plan is, you know, their plan is to basically control, as the guy said, you know. Their plan is to completely have control, you know. So they're going to implement the same system here in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, and they're also going to implement it around the world, you know, in the whole Caribbean. The whole world is going to get it, right? Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 13. We start from verse 16. It says, "And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Right? That mark is what? That mark is that RFID toddler chip. Alright, this is that mark here. You know, you mustn't put no cutting in your flesh. Right? No cutting in your flesh. The scriptures tell you that. That is for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to understand. You know? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gave us, you know, the true biblical people, you know, the apple of his eye. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. Alright, he gave the Israelites, he gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to follow. He didn't give the heathens those things. So if they want to take it, let them go and take it, you know. But if our people take it, right, they commit a sin and they're going to be dealt with severely. You know, they're going to be in that, you found out a chime on that one, they're going to end up in that lake of fire. Right? I'm going to continue it here and close it off. It says, verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell." They realize that, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So in order for you to buy or sell, you have to take that MOTB. Alright? Yeah, this is how they buy in. Right? This is how they buy. Look, the man buying here. So how Christianity could tell you is the mark of the beast is Sunday law. You know? Or committing sin. You know? It don't make no sense. Alright? The world has done lie already. You know? You're going to continue lying and saying, well, you know, yeah, what? I steal something from a old person today. Let me get a bread and a soft drink. You know, that's how you're gonna buy things. Come on, make it make sense, right? This is the system that they are going with. This is what they implementing just now. You know, and apparatus is gonna start to implement around the world, coming on to the end of this year into next year. You know, we seeing the prophecies taking place, so we seeing the time it coming, right? So Lord willing, I hope this lesson here was edifying to the nation of Israel. Alright? I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopefully elect. Shalom.